What's going on, everybody out there? This is Sam, man, and signing back in real quick. Um, it took me some time to really, do this video because when I've heard the news about, you know, Bobby the Brain Heenan passing, I'm not gonna lie, it was a real. It wasn't like a shocker, but it was a vital blow still. Because we all knew he was sick for a long time and he was battling this cancer. But I could have just jump on here and just, cause I've seen this dude ever since. I followed his work ever since I was a little kid. You know, and if anybody knows my radio show, off the cuff radio, like Bobby Heenan was a big influence on that. I know he probably never knew, but it's a definite fact. The host, King Eric, he was like Gorilla Monsoon, and I was like, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Like, we basically took that philosophy and we did off the cuff radio. Still doing it to this day. First and foremost, condolences, peace and love go to his family and friends. The rest of the world lost a real, just not just a great talent when it comes to him being a manager and a commentator. Just him being him, a genuine dude. You never heard anything bad about Bobby Heenan behind the scenes. Oh man, it's hard for me to do right now. I really looked up to that man for a very long time. Going back to the WWF days. That's when I first witnessed him, noticed him. Like the infamous, oh man, this is the jokes he used to cut, and how, like, I remember it was this one segment. I forgot the name of the show. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the show. But there's a show that Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan used to do. It was a little bit like WWE's their own version of their own sports center, and this dude was basically like just cracking jokes about the big boss man's mom for like 9 minutes. Had all different types of jokes, like saying his mom's had a beard and all types of. I can't really remember the jokes, but. It was just so crazy. He just kept on getting that big boss man's mother. And, around that time, that's cutting edge TV, talking about somebody's mother. And, the infamous joke he said about Marty Jannetty when the Rockers had split up. And, on the segment of the barbershop. And this dude, Shawn Michaels, threw Marty Jannetty through the glass window. And he said, "Oh, look at that coward. He tried to escape out the window." It's just this dude's, he was an ass, but he was a likable asshole. It was hard for you, even me as a kid, it was hard for you to really, hate this guy because he was so funny, even though he was being a heel. He was just so funny, and then when you get to him being a manager, come on, the Heenan family, Andre the Giant, Hercules Hernandez, you got, don't take this name, excuse me, what's my dude's name again? Ravishing Rick Rude, the Brain Busters, one of the best tag teams ever. The Brainbusters, everybody knowing them for their, they had those the feuds with Demolition and stuff. Like, oh man. And he was like, his name was the Weezer because he'll do anything to win. He'll do anything to win. He'll distract you. He'll, like, going back to what he did to Ultimate Warrior. With Ultimate Warrior, botched the I think it was a suplex. He was trying to catch Ravishing Rick Rude with, and basically he botched a suplex. And when he botched a suplex, he Ravishing Rick Rude landed on top of him, and then Bobby the Brain Heenan held Ultimate Warrior's legs so he couldn't kick out the pin. Like, memorable stuff like that. And I ain't gonna lie, that actually got me a little upset. I'm like, oh, come on, he's cheating. Because, I'm a kid, like, hey, come on, look what he did, ref. But you could genuinely, like, say, like, if you was a ref, you could genuinely not see this dude, Bobby Heenan, because when he was holding on to this dude, Ultimate Warrior's ankle, he was hiding, Oh, man. Just such memorable stuff, and oh, man. And then, when, the whole thing with Hogan, and this dude had a rivalry with Hogan for years. Like, he never was on some shit like, oh, he would sit there and basically bash everybody or whatever on the roster, or all the faces on the roster, and then when Hogan come out, he would kiss his ass. No, everybody was feeling it. Hogan, Tito Santana, just to name a couple. Like, if you was a face, you felt it. You had to get the tongue lashing, pause. And it was just, oh man. Oh man. Like, come to, when you think of it, and it's the past work he's done, it puts a smile on your face. It does. Because it was just so crazy. Then when he went to WCW, I ain't gonna lie, I think his WWF tenure was much better than his WCW one. And then, Bischoff basically being a dick. Because Bobby Heenan wanted to, give him some advice to try to, probably help out with the booking or help out with building the stars in WCW. Oh, we don't pay you for your mind, brain. We just pay you to talk and be a commentator. What? That sounds so dumb. What do you mean you don't pay him for? Isn't that his name, the Brain? So why wouldn't you want advice from this man right here? I just don't understand that. Like, this dude had a successful stable, one of the best stables known to man as a Heenan family, and you don't want no kind of. Come on, babe. That was just ridiculous. But, mind you, I'm freestyling this. You know how I normally do. I'm freestyling this. I want this to feel genuine. I want this to feel straight from the heart. I didn't write anything down. There's no notes. This is all coming straight from the head and from the heart. And I know it's gonna be a lot of things missing out because, come on, this dude Heenan did so much stuff. It's even the time when it was a storyline or whatever with this dude, the glorious one, Bobby Roode, when he was in TNA and he was looking for a manager. Heenan actually wanted to be his manager. Now imagine that. That would have been crazy. This is before he really started getting sick. So imagine that. Imagine that. Bobby Roode with the Bobby the Brain Heenan as his manager. Now that's what you call glorious. But basically, I just want to keep it short and sweet because I don't want to sit here, break down in front of the camera, Because, after that, he just started getting, the cancer started really taking over his body. And they tried to basically do the surgery or whatever, and then, they botched the surgery, and then his shin had got reconstructed, and oh my God. It's like, It's like he suffered, you know? He really suffered. I understand, they say you live by the sword, you die by the sword, but wow, it just makes you, not take life for granted. It makes you think about your life and like, you think like, wow, why is like all the good ones gotta suffer before they die? I know I never met you, you never met me. You don't know who I am, but you are definitely in my prayers, Bobby. You definitely in my prayers. You've been a big inspiration, when it comes to me basically, being on radio and knowing how to enunciate, knowing how to talk, knowing how to crack jokes at the right time, knowing how to tell good stories, having ideas, just being a visionary. And I just want to say thank you. I hope you and Monsoon is in heaven right now, calling great matches of the other wrestlers and other talents that have left us. I know y'all having a hell of a WrestleMania up there, and I know everyone is enjoying it because they get to be in the grace of not one of the best. I don't care what nobody says. Not one of the best. The best commentator in the whole wrestling industry. And I know it's not far-fetched saying that because really think about it. Who's touching that man? Best color commentator ever. Nobody's not touching that dude. It will never be another Bobby the Brain Heenan.